And Tenable, in case you don't know, just to bring you up to speed, Tenable is the affordable branch or subsidiary of Kansept knives. So Kansept is the more premium brand, and Tenable knives is their more affordable subsidiary. So we got the knife there, we got a wiping cloth, paperwork, silica gel, right? Even a little bit of foam and everything. But let's see what the Orion here is all about. All right, another pouch. We got the Orion right here. Orion, right? Pretty sure it's Orion, but we'll go with that. Let's see what we're working with here, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting design here right off the bat. G10 scales. I love the frag pattern on there. I mean, some knives still do the plain old G10, and I don't mean to pick here on the Raven, but the Raven has just plain G10, right? Some people will appreciate that, no problem. But I do like when they go a little bit above and beyond, right? With a little bit of a frag pattern or some sort of pattern on there. We've seen that being done on G10. We've seen that being done on micarta as well. So that's always good to see. We got prow liners here, sandwich construction with 2 standoffs. It's going to be a flipper deployment. It looks like we have a bit of a fuller there. We'll test that out in a moment. Deep pocket carry clip, which is nice and curved because the handle also curves a bit there, quite a bit, and it's not reversible, something to keep in mind. And there's our linear solution hole right there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing deployed here. Now we have jimping. Yes, the jimping does go all the way around here and on top, so that's good. And bam, right here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I do remember seeing this one come out on the Kansept line. I think on the Kansept model had some very interesting micro milling on the actual blade, which was interesting, if I'm not mistaken. Now this one, obviously, it's the most affordable. It's a more affordable model here on 14C28N. So let's give it a wipe. All right, we got a satin finish going on here, looking good. All right, let's check out the geometry. Looks like we have a harpoon clip point. All right, something along those lines. You guys be the judge there. Satin finish, flat grind, 14C28N. Nice, beautiful fuller there. Also a bit of a switch there at the top. All right, looking the best. Good plunge grind situation also. All right, good belly. Should be a good slicer, no doubt. It is going to be a liner lock here. So we have about, what are we looking at? 25 to 30% or so on the lockup. There's your D10 ball. And it looks like we have a little bit of a cutout here for better access from the show side. So this engaging here, yeah, push down and to the left. Should not be an issue. Obviously, you have to clear the back flipper here in order to be able to close the blade. And so far, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a shake shutter on the close until it maybe breaks in a little bit more. There we go. It's feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so far so good. Now I do want to see, can I get out that fuller though? Is the question. So far, let me see, maybe from here. That's the one thing, you know, they gave us the, you know, that fuller right there, and it kind of makes me feel like we can reverse flick using the fuller there. That's about the only, whoa, hold on. We can thumb deploy, or if you push down on the blade and out, there we go. Or maybe like down and kind of up. All right, so that works for thumb deployment, but for reverse flick, it doesn't work. There's really not a lot of room there to be able to do that, so. Just something to keep in mind. At least you have a second deployment option there with your thumb deployment. Now checking the ergos, right? This is where the curvature back here is going to be your best friend, because that just fits on the palm there really, really nicely. Got my thumb right here behind the poon, right? We're locked in. That flipper is going to work as your finger guard. And I got a full purchase here with all 4 fingers. Looking nice there, right? That feels nice and comfortable. And the pocket clip has this kind of, you know, this duck bill right here. A little bit, I sort of feel it a tad bit. I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. Right? Yeah, 9 out of 10 there. And other than that, it just feels good. Feels the hand. Got additional grip here from the, you know, small frag pattern that right there towards the back. You know, I kind of wish they had done the whole thing. You know, why not do the whole thing? But anyways, that's appreciated. No jimping on the blade. Right? Just a quick observation, not a deal breaker or anything. I'm sure that was intentional with the design. And yeah, I mean, if you got, you know, average size hands like mine, you'll be able to get a full grip here. If you have bigger bear paws, now there's no finger choil, so maybe you might run out of room here at some point, right? Just kind of like a medium-sized knife, if anything there. But other than that, action's good, right? At least 2 deployment options for interesting geometry. G10 with detail. Got a piece of paper, we got some cardboard. Right, 14C, putting in some work here, flat grind. Biting into that paper there right away and getting some full slices. Cutting diagonally here for better performance. It's going to look something like this. Bam, boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Now this one has quite the belly, right? And it almost gives you like trailing point vibes in a way. So tapering off, right? It's very possible. It's something you want to be mindful of. Maybe want to keep the cut between here and here, if you can help it, to avoid any tapering off. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.